Too sweet me, bro. Come on, too sweet me. I can't. Well, go ask your boy, see if he can help me out. Yo, AJ, you got some too sweets? Hey, it's Wrestling Hero Figs. No, he doesn't. And neither does Balor. And maybe it's the reason why they got you with that 2-pack. That's one interchangeable part that I wish we would have gotten for these. Throwing in those too sweet hands, that would have made these feel a little bit extra. But again, it would kind of defeat that purpose of even picking that up. But if you guys do want to pick these up, Elite Series 74, they're up at Ringside Collectibles. Hit the link in the description below. Discount code here is going to save you 10%. Now, we already reviewed Andrade. We reviewed Goldberg. Yes. So the last two after these two, we got Natalya and Lindsay Dorado. Here's the back of the package. Here is Mr. Finn Balor with the red. I kind of wanted AJ with the red. Hero Fix, you talk about the red attire with AJ Styles more than you'd like to. Can you blame me, though, man? Like, you guys know how I feel about that? No, you don't, because you always talk about it. Hey, one thing that I am very happy to see with this figure, it is that cloth jacket, the one jacket. And that was the biggest complaint for a lot of folks when it came to the very first Undemon Finn Balor, the ringside exclusive. Nobody was a fan of it. You couldn't do any poses. You couldn't get on the turnbuckle and be like, oh! Before we talk about the other accessories, let's talk about the interchangeable hands. And those are the ones that you're going to need for the, the wide open. That's the reason why he's got those. It's not for him to come up to AJ Styles and smack up across the face for calling him out on the too sweet, but nonetheless, here is Finn to the Balor to the Undemon gentleman. Yes, it is. Now, sure, you can make a lot of different looks when it comes to Balor if you do decide to take the Demon Raw, but the one that we haven't gotten, I mean, we've gotten two blacks already, which is, like I said, the top picks as well as the ringside exclusive, and then there was the gray one, all very dull colors. Now we're getting some brightness to it all, man. We are getting the red look right here for Finn Balor. I want to cover this jacket because this is something worth mentioning. On the back right here, that beautiful Bullet Club logo right there, all the line work, it's pointing down to let you know that you got to check out the rest of the look, man. The collar too, here's the collar when it comes to Balor. You can actually see the buckles right there. You can't buckle it, you can't do anything with it. It's just a paint app, but it is a nice little touch to it all. So again, going back to how we were talking about when he's doing his theme, when he's coming down the rampway, when he's made it up to the post, swap these interchangeable hands, you'll be able to do so. But we ain't gonna do it today, man. We're not in the middle. We're not in the squared circle to do that. Let's go ahead and take it off and check out the rest of the attire right here for Finn Balor. Now, there are little extras to this. It's not just a full-on red. Like, they could have done that because I know he has worn some red attires where it was just a solid red for the knee pads as well as trunks. But this is getting a little extra, man. On the side right here, we're getting a little black accent with the gold outline work. And then on this side, we're getting the Balor Club logo on the top or top right-hand corner of it all. There is not much going on when it comes to the backside, but once you move your way down to the knee pads, you're getting the black that kind of carries through the rest of the kick pads, as well as that gold trim, kind of like what we saw here on the side of the trunks. And then on the knees, on the front of the knee pads, this is all coming together. I like the combination of it all. How you're having like that black blending in with the red, and then you're getting that line work that goes across. Most of the knee pads that he's worn throughout his career, you always like doing that little extra touch. On the kick pads right here, I do feel like it is missing something. I feel like the soles should have a little accent color going on. It's just a solid full-on white. The only touch that you're going to see, it's going to be on the back side. The scan, again, we have seen this. We saw it in the Elite 2-pack, as well as that upcoming battle pack that we will put up on the channel, the one with Bobby Lashley. I think it's the same scan. We'll check it out. We'll review it, but for the time being, I want to show you the side-by-side comparison of the overall look. This is the full-on beard with the nice shaved sides right here. Yeah, it's changed the look of it. Obviously, the next Finn Balor, he is going to require some little extras like the dinosaur. I know he got a recent tattoo of a dinosaur. There's one on the front or on the top of the hand. So some extra touches that they will have to do come 2029. I'm going to tell you this right here. This Finn Balor, pretty solid, 9.5. I think it's a really nice addition to it all when it comes to the non-demon attires. The jacket, this is something that's kind of bringing it up a couple of notches. This is a really nice cloth accessory, and it wouldn't be like a non-demon Balor without it. So thank you for finally giving that to us. AJ Styles, there is one that we have gotten that is slightly similar. I mean, the tights, it's kind of like vice versa, because if you do recall the last top picks that we did get, it was kind of like the same lime green, except on that one, the pronounced color was black, and then the line work up front was kind of what you're seeing for the dominant color on these tights. Now, I don't know how they managed to do this. I've actually tried adding this shirt underneath like the entrance vest, but somehow Mattel, yeah, they did it, and they captured it through the sides. I don't think they did, at least not on my note. That's not buckled in. I actually have some great ideas in mind. We have gotten one from J Reigns Customs, which was actually prior to the release of that, was it 2018 or 2019? The last top picks. So what I wanted to do is use this shirt, because it's the same shirt that we're seeing right here with the Mattel one, except this is cloth, and I'm also going to slap on that vest. I'm sorry, man. Don't mean to do that to you, AJ, but we need to do a little upgrade, because this one is worth doing the upgrade too, because we are getting a brand new scan right here for the phenomenal AJ Styles. As far as the interchangeable hands that you will see with this figure will be 2 slight open hands for the left as well as the right. The ones that are on the figure right here, these are the same 1P ones where you bring it in and you can do the whole signature thing of it all. Now for the scan right, I want to just give you a quick glance. I know there's a lot of similarities, even when it comes down to the overall expression. This one, you can't see the teeth. On the older top pigs, you couldn't see the teeth. There's something about like the chin on, obviously this is the one that was trimmed down. The first initial one, which I believe is this one. No, we did the fix up on, no, this is the, let me show you. Chin factor was pretty dominant. Eventually they did shave it down, and this was the end result from it all. I mean, you could have done it on your own, but Mattel did notice and picked up that there was a lot going on. So with this one is a little bit scaled down. Proportion wise, this is more fitting on the Daniel Bryan style torso that we are seeing with the newer one, and I am going to take it off, but before I do, I want to show you the vest. Up front, this is almost the same thing that we've seen with really any AJ Styles figure, except this one is not coming with the little hooded feature, and I think the reason why they got away from that, I mean, you can still see the holes. You can add it if you do have an old AJ Styles figure. You can either do the one that's got over the head or the one that's facing down, but the reason why they kind of got away from adding that little extra is because they noticed that the hairpiece, which I'm pretty sure, yes, it's the exact same hairpiece. I'm not seeing any differences apart from the fact that we're getting more of like a brown effect on this one as opposed to that one. So for the expression, yes, going back to it, the teeth, we're seeing teeth. The chin does look a lot better, as well as the eyes on this one. The forehead on mine, feel like the hairpiece should still be moved down some. The forehead is still pretty big. I don't know if AJ Styles, like this one, like it was a hit or miss for a lot of people. It was either you had the hair in the right place, like what you're seeing right here, or you had one where it was just a lot going on right there with it all. Now, once you do remove this, which is a little bit of a struggle since it's not cloth, the top picks, or not the top picks, but the Ultimate Edition should eventually come with that. I think that you can't really, I mean, sure, you could do interchangeable arms, but I mean, he's sleeveless, so there's really no purpose to it all. So when you do release, because Ultimate Edition is around the corner, that's a guarantee, man. Give us cloth, not just with the vest, but also with the shirt right here. This one, it says there can only be one. And come to think of it, I think the top picks, this one, it might have been the same look for the shirt. I'm going to have to go back and double check. I had mine in my bin right here because this is the one that we use for play. So I honestly couldn't tell you. I mean, anytime that I had it in display, it was with this shirt, but the green right there, it is slightly, I'm not going to say 100% accurate. I would say about 85% accurate, because if you look at J Reigns Customs on his AJ Styles, like this is not the Mattel one. This is more accurate when it comes to the lime green. This has more of a hint of yellow, so there are some minor drawbacks when you do bring it into perspective. For the forearm right here, we're getting the P1 logo. All the tattoos of his daughter, or one daughter, and his 3 boys are all right there on the side. They did get away from the chest hair. There was a lot of complaints with a lot of people saying that there was too much chest hair, too much stomach hair. I think they could have found a happy medium. If you look at some of your Seth Rollins figures, I think the paint apps on those would be more accurate when it comes to the AJ Styles. It's not one of those things that you should just completely get away from it, because to this day, AJ Styles still has quite a bit going on with that. And we are going to take it off. It might be a little bit of a fight, but we're still going to go ahead and try and do so you guys can get the full effect of what it looks like with the shirt off. There you go. All right, so going back to the gloves. These gloves right here, these are matching green with the rest of the tights. The P1 logo, you'll see it on the right as well as on the left. So there is no difference. Sometimes AJ Styles does change it up. Like, for example, I think it was not the top picks, but the prior Elite release wave on that. They did have different logos. But again, this is how he wore it, so there is no imperfections on that. The line work on mine, it's very, very clean. I don't see any paint flaws on the belt or anything like that. On the kick pads right here, we're getting just the phenomenal up front on the right, and then the one logo on the left. Knee pads, they should be open knee pad. I do plan on interchanging those. I think these ones right here are just a lot better. This is kind of like the look that we do see when it comes to AJ Styles. As far as my overall thoughts on it, I'm going to give them, it's going to be a matching 8.5 on this AJ Styles. It's the green that's really, actually, no, he didn't get an 8.5. He got some higher. But this one, the green is what's really bothering me. I do still like it nonetheless. It does stand out in the AJ Styles collection, but it's just going back to the accuracy of the actual color. I'm not sure if it's like a low budget thing. I don't see how that would even, like, a cost would be a factor. I think it's more one of those things that whoever thought that this color was the right color to go with. Usually when you do apply, you know, paints to plastic, it all depends on like the style of it also. That might be the reason why. I'm just trying to justify the reason why it's not like a darker green versus a yellow green. But yes, I feel pretty comfortable with an 8.5. You know how you feel though? Do you like the top picks better? Do you feel like Elite Series 74 is an upgrade from that? Do you think Finn Balor right here, as well as AJ Styles, should have came with the 2 Sweet? Just my thoughts, man. I want to thank you guys for watching. Be sure to hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel, and we'll see you on the next one.